So on the way to Lowe's, I figured I'd bring you with me today, make a short video, try to dip my toes back into creating content again. It's been a heck of a summer. I need to go to Lowe's because my 50-foot section of zero-G hose burst. I was on my way to vacation and I'd hurry up and get a quick cut on the lawn, and I ever so slightly touched the hose with my lawnmower, and it burst and had to be thrown away. Definitely not the fault of the zero-G hose, just me rushing, and well, that's what happened. So we're gonna go to Lowe's. We're gonna pick up another 50-foot section of the zero-G hose so I can continue putting down my Green County products. For those of you wondering where I've been and why the content hasn't been spewing out of the Pursuit of Growth channel, it's been a tough go this summer for everybody, but that doesn't mean that there wasn't lawn care in my life. I actually took a summer job with a friend of mine. I definitely been living the grass life, just not on camera. You know, we all have to do what we got to do in these times to secure our finances, and you know, I had to take a summer job until I went back to school, which I am now back in school full-time. And it was really enjoyable. I'm glad that I got to take a summer job that I enjoyed doing, get back on the commercial side of the house. Love using commercial lawn care equipment, Exmark standers and commercial walk behinds, 48s, 52s, and I just love it. But that's neither here nor there. So, you know, not trying to make excuses, but you know, we all got to do what we got to do in these times, and I needed to put social media and this content creation thing on the back burner this summer, so that I could make sure that the bills were paid. And that's at the end of the day, this is just a hobby. It's stuff coming down the pike. I got a renovation we're gonna do on the channel that we'll be seeing in the coming weeks. Well, coming weeks and months. Obviously that stuff doesn't happen overnight. Sometimes things like this gotta take a back seat, even if they're, you know, a healthy thing and you enjoy doing them and it's your outlet. Sometimes you just gotta dig in and do things that you might not necessarily want to do but have to do. But again, I'm lucky that, you know, I was able to pick up some work again in commercial turf grass management, and we had a good time of it. So as I alluded to, I'm not going to be doing any major work to my lawn this fall. What I am going to be doing is redoing my parents' front lawn, just like me, right outside city of Pittsburgh, a southern suburb. And this is it. We'll spin the camera around and give you a quick look. Again, we'll be doing more videos as we get into the swing of the renovation work for this front lawn, but figured I'd stop here, give you an idea of what's going to be coming up. So here's just a general overview of the lawn. Approximately between 2,000 and 2,500 square foot of space in this front lawn, and then the little teeny portion of the side lawn we have here. As you can see, the major issue with this lawn is this massive pin oak. This is where I grew up. This is where I learned how to cut grass. So I'm really happy to be able to bless my parents with a renovation of this front yard. We're also gonna do this little side part all the way up to that gate right there. On camera, I know this is gonna look, and hey, guess what? I'm filming this on a GoPro. Yes, I got a GoPro. Another reason to start making more content. But on camera, and I won't know until I get this into the editing software, into Premiere, but from what I can see on the back of this screen, this doesn't look like too bad of a turf stand. It's got its deficiencies for sure, but overall it's not too bad. Main issues is you can see on either side of this walkway, it's trenched out from years of rainwater. You can see in this small section right here that this is all just drought damage. It's not fungus, it's not any major issue, it's just drought damage. This is a very shady stand of turf, and we are going to be putting a dense shade mix into this turf stand to try to get some modern varieties and cultivars in here. But you can just see there's some thin spots. We got some moss along the landscape edge, some thin spots, and just some drought stress. And I just want to add some more modern cultivars of turf grass that would do better in this situation with this massive tree. So even here you see, you know, drought stress. Look at this tree cover. I mean, there's not a lot of direct sunlight this yard receives. The sun's right there. So even in a very shaded lawn, and when it's competing with something like that, you need to irrigate your lawn. I don't know if this will translate, but you can see how much wider the trunk is than my body. This is a massive tree, and the natural enemy of a turf stand are trees. So that's what you can look forward to. Here's a spot right here. See this right here? That is from ground squirrels digging up their reserves. So yeah, that's just a sneak preview of what's to come. It's pretty windy today. There's pop-up thunder showers, some severe storms, which we could really use the rain coming through. So it's really windy and gusty. So I'm gonna run in, talk to my parents real quick, and then we'll call it a day. So we just pulled up to Lowe's. What's really nice, because you can see it really well from here. Hopefully it shows up on the GoPro. I don't know if you can see right there the rain band that's currently sitting right there. See, I mean, you can literally see the rain right here from this cloud. You know what's really great about that? That's where my house is. So remember like a minute ago when I showed you and pointed out and said, oh yeah, it's really raining like crazy over by my house. Well, now I'm over by my house, and you can see that it definitely rained a good bit, and the roadway right below my house is flooded again, and it always does this when it rains pretty heavily. The other problem is that here's an interesting thing for you. We have had more rain in the last 2 rainstorms than we've had in the last 2 full months. It has been an extremely dry summer for us here in the Pittsburgh region. Extremely hot and extremely dry. And while this rain is definitely welcome for the turf grass, when the ground is so dry and you have an archaic storm mitigation system like we have in much of the Pittsburgh area, the ground just can't take the water. It's so compacted and hard and dry that water just sheets off of it, and it causes flooding everywhere in this area because our storm mitigation. It's funny, I talk to other people online, and they'll get like 2 inches of rain, and it's just like, yeah, we got 2 inches of rain. When we get 2 inches of rain in a single storm in this region, it's borderline an emergency. Flooded roadways, people trapped in swift water. It's just it's bizarre, because I know plenty of other YouTubers whose videos I watch. It's not a problem here. 1.5 inches of rain in a short amount of time is a catastrophe. So while this is great for the lawn to finally be getting this rain, it's not the kind of rain that we want. And I'll take any rain right now. Let's get a quick view of my side yard. At least you can see the neighbors' lawns are just completely wrecked, and they're starting to come back now that it's been a little bit cooler. And even my lawn, you can see, is struggling, but overall not too shabby. Let's see how much rain we just got. Yeah, so this was empty before I left, and we're now at a little under 3/4 of an inch in just that little brief rainstorm that I pointed out from when we were at Lowe's just now. And now that it's not raining and it's crazy Sunny out again in between storms. You look over there, rainstorms. You look over there, beautiful day. It is insanely humid. I mean, like, whew. Like I just hopping out of my air-conditioned car and just being out here for a second. It is crazy humid. So hopefully this dries up a little bit. Maybe we'll get an app-propiconazole down, because I was battling a fungus issue, and I doubt you can see it from up here. Maybe right there you can still see a little bit of dollar spot that I was dealing with. Just walk in here real quick. There you can see the lingering effects of the dollar spot. Pretty easy to control with propiconazole or azoxystrobin. I forgot to put a second safety net of preventative fungicide down, and with the addition of the tall fescue in the lawn from last fall's renovation, we got some dollar spot popping up. Those are remnants of shrubs that used to be here, and I'm gonna cut those stumps out with a Sawzall. But anyway, hey, thanks for watching. Thanks. Yo, I'm talking, bro. Old school GMC dump. Pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.